Look at these delightful lemon-flavored pastries. Whether you call them rings, donuts, or little donuts, they are simply delicious. Hello, sweet tooths. Today we're going with a super recipe that everyone loves, with a fresh touch that turns out sensational. I won't ramble on anymore because today it's time to really enjoy a bunch of donuts, or rings, or call them whatever you want. The first thing we do is place a large egg, size L, in a big bowl, along with half a cup of oil. There you have it, 100 milliliters. We also add 125 milliliters, or 3/5 of a cup of milk. In it goes. We keep adding, in this case, half a cup or 100 grams of sugar, which could be replaced with another sweetener. And half a yogurt, about 65 grams. That's perfect for us. Natural or Greek, a little bit of vanilla essence, extract or flavoring, but not too much, and a pinch of salt, there it is. Finally, we're gonna grate a lemon directly on top, but only the yellow part, none of the white part, so it gets the aroma and flavor. And we're going to mix all of this really well, and once everything is well mixed, we're gonna add flour. A total of 4 cups or 500 grams, but little by little. First, 1 cup through a strainer or sieve. At this point, we're also going to add a tablespoon or 15 grams of baking powder, and then we mix. Once it's mixed, we're going to add the 2nd cup of flour and keep doing this until we have a texture that's manageable. As you can see, the flour is getting incorporated, so now it's time for me to add the next cup using a strainer or sifter. Don't forget about that, you stir it again, it gets incorporated, you keep adding, and each time the dough gets denser. In the end, you'll have to give it the final touch with your hand, but it only takes a moment. Don't worry about how much flour you need, like I said, about 500 grams, but sometimes you need a little more or a little less until you get this texture you see on the screen. Once you have a dough that comes off easily, let it rest for about 15 minutes and it will have this super manageable texture. We make little balls, roll them with our hands, and make a hole in the middle. We separate them a little and set them aside on a plate, on a silicone mat, or wherever you have handy. Then you repeat the process until you have all the donuts ready. Also prepare a plate with plenty of kitchen paper or absorbent paper. I'm gonna fry them, which I think is the best way to make them. But you have to admit that if you bake them at about 190 degrees Celsius, they also turn out pretty good, so that's another option. Now we add plenty of oil to a pan over medium-high heat. And as you can see, I'm adding the peel of a lemon like this, cut in 2 pieces. Once it's crispy and golden, we set it aside. And this is gonna give the oil a fresh touch and add something to the donuts. I take them and open the hole a bit more because when cooking, it will try to close. We add it to this oil, which should already be hot. And we're going to start frying, several at a time. When you see that they're already floating and the bottom starts to brown, you flip them over. You can leave them more or less browned, depending on your personal taste. It's as easy as flipping them, just like that. Once they're browned on both sides, you drain them and take them out. That is, with a skimmer like this one, with little holes. Let a bit of the oil drip off and then put it on a plate with some kitchen or absorbent paper. Repeat the process with all the ones you're frying, and in the next round, we're gonna keep frying them all, remembering to do it on both sides. Very important. And once they're golden brown, drain them. Remember that, it'll make them less oily and crispier. Afterwards, while they're still hot, coat them with sugar. Just put plenty of sugar in a bowl and roll the donut around so it's covered everywhere. You'll see how the sugar sticks, like magic. And you see, we've made an amazing dish in no time without using the oven, and look, what an incredible dish. Wow, truly amazing. Don't tell me you don't feel like grabbing one right now. Delicious, easy to make, and with an absolutely amazing result. Look inside, how soft they are, Crispy on the outside and this soft on the inside, truly. Delights? They're delicious, I love them, and I'm sure if you make them at home, you'll love them too, so you can't miss out on them. Just like you can't miss out. Here's the list of ingredients and quantities so you can prepare everything at home without any problem, and they'll turn out amazing. What do you want, some tasty things? Well, don't worry, because I thought of you and made a recipe with you in mind, which you can see just by clicking. Check out this little box. Doesn't it look amazing and make you want some? It's so good. Come on, let's eat, or I'll end up finishing them all myself. They're so delicious.